what we wanted to do with making this movie was partly to see if we could work as a wake-up call, show the real effect, the worst case scenario of what this can lead to. That these words and these hate speeches, it just demands one single person who feels responsible to carry those words out into action and do what he did on Utoya 7 years ago. Killed more than 77 people altogether. We do see that the world's changing quite rapidly, month by month. The rise of the right-wing movement is growing in such a speed. We have now seen that Brazil has received a new government, and there are new countries coming all the time. So
it seems like people saying that it's okay to be right-wing, but there's a lack of information.
Yeah, well, I think we need to realize that what's going on at the moment, the hate speech and those words which are out there on the internet, now we see that those words, they are moved from the internet to even the politicians. They are starting to use those words and those sort of hate speech, and we are about to accept it. I think we have to get the idea that this is about to become our biggest threat to our democracy. Even if that was the largest terror attack on European soil since the Second World War, we mustn't believe that this can't happen again. It will happen again, so we need really to be deeply concerned and start questioning ourselves, what can we do to prevent it from happening again? Well, and I think that one of the most important lessons to learn is to meet those words, those hate speeches, with arguments, or they take over our societies, as they've been doing in Brazil, as they've partly been doing in Italy, as they've been doing in Hungary, and partly in the United States.
The decision of going one-shot sequence, that was also in a way to hold up to that feeling of being stranded on the island.
Yes, well, the reason why I wanted to tell this story, as I deliberately did, was based on the interviews I did with all of the survivors, or many of the survivors. The feeling of that those 72 minutes as this attack lasted by these right-wing extremists on this small island, almost impossible to hide anywhere, felt like, an eternity. So I wanted to bring in, to see if I could capture those 72 minutes as a character in the film, and then see if that could create a sense of being there and feeling what those 72 minutes were like. So I needed to stage it and prepare it almost like a theatre play, by also deciding that the perspective should be from the young people's point of view. We need to learn a lesson, the medias, you and I and all, in the media today. We need to question ourselves. For every time we tell their story and use their names, we add fame to their act, to what they did. I hoped when I learned about his movie, that put us close before we were starting to film our movies, that since I respect the way he has been working up to now, as really honestly, a truthful, presentator, storyteller, they have made a story which isn't that truthful to what happened as they presented this. There is so much fictionalized things which is quite seriously, which is the presentation of the perpetrator. They have messed up and made a huge confusion between their movie and our movie. This was so unnecessarily